So this is going to be a comparison of the retail version of the Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver for PlayStation 1 and the beta version of the Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver for PlayStation 1 that I got decades ago. I forget how. They both have this IDOS logo in the beginning. I didn't see any changes with that. And they both also have this Crystal Dynamics logo. The first change I see is right after this. The retail has this Blood Omen Legacy of Kain by Silicon Knights. And the beta has this original concept of Kain by Silicon Knights. So I guess they reworded it for some reason. This is the retail version starting screen and the menu for the start. And as you can see, the faces on the right, they change properly. They look good when it's doing that. And there's only start and options here, which is a pretty big difference from the beta. Now you see, I like this start screen better on the beta, actually. I think it looks better with the background on that. But we have options and we have cheats. But as you can see, the faces on the right they're all messed up. So when you move through these options, and I don't know what these mean, a lot of these, like skip puppet show and disable monster loading. I don't know what the hell that is. So, but I do know if you enable it, crashes the game, so I'm not going to do that.
Kain is deified. The clans tell tales of him. Few know the truth. He was mortal once, as were we all. However, his contempt for humanity drove him to create me and my brethren. I am Raziel, firstborn of his lieutenants. I stood with Kain and my brethren at the dawn of the Empire. I have served him a millennium. Over time, he became less human and more divine. I am Raziel, firstborn of his lieutenants. I have served Kain a millennium. The gift continued to evolve. We became less human and more divine. Kain would enter the state of change and emerge with a new gift. Some years after the Master, our evolution would follow, until I had the honor of surpassing my lord. Kain would enter the state of change and emerge with a new gift. Some years after the Master, our evolution would follow, until I had the honor of surpassing my lord.
Alright, so I think you could tell the differences there. I wish they would have left that little disapproval grunt from Kain to Raziel. He was sitting on the throne. I think that would have been nice in the retail. Other than that, the dialogue coming out of the tunnel is better in the retail, in my opinion. And now we'll take a look at just some of the differences between the start of the game after it loads the cutscene.
I know you, Raziel. You are worthy.
What madness is this? What pitiful form is this that I have come to inhabit? Death would be a release next to this travesty. I am destroyed.
You are reborn. The birth of one of Kain's abominations traps the essence of life. It is this soul that animates the corpse you lived in.
Okay, now we'll get into the beta version of the start of the game. As you can see, he's doing this rocking back and forth motion, which is basically what you do when you're standing in the game, so they didn't animate any of this
You are worthy.
properly, because he's just looking like he's just, I mean, right here he's supposed to be looking at his arms.
The choice is not yours.
And again here you can see he's not animated. He's supposed to be like have his arms stretched out. He falls here, and instead of having both hands on the ground, I don't know what the heck they were doing here, but it's actually one of my favorite parts of the beta. He has this one hand on the ground, and his other hand is doing the robot. The zombie robot is good. Look at it. It's like going side to side. I mean, who the hell does that? So I can understand why they changed that, because that looks pretty funny. And these are just weird camera angles that they have. I don't know why they were focusing so much on this abyss thing here in the beta version at the start of the game.
Redeem yourself. Or if you prefer,
And after that, it's pretty much, they start to the same camera angle, except this is a little further back on the other one.
free their souls.
And then
let
he
the
does,
wheel of
he's
fate
still doing the
turn
side-to-side
again.
stuff though,
Use your
which is
hatred
funny.
to weave their souls. I can make it possible. Become
And then
my
he comes up
soul
and it's
reaver.
gonna start as normal like the
angels
game
of death.
normally starts. And as you can see, this is what I'm talking about. If you see, if he's standing, he's just doing this side-to-side motion, so they just didn't animate him for the beta. And here's the trick. For the beta, if you click the left thumbstick, you get all of these debug options. I mean, look at all this stuff in here. This is like craziness. I'm going to create a separate video going over most of these options here, just because there's too many to put in this video at this point. All right, thanks.